A tale of love, betrayal, and redemption. Dive into a moving story of love, betrayal, and redemption as we follow the lives of three characters navigating the complexities of their intertwined fates. Witness their journey from heartbreak to healing and discover how love can bloom again, even after the darkest times. This emotional ride will captivate your heart and soul, leaving you with a deep sense of hope and belief in second chances. The serendipitous encounter. In a picturesque town surrounded by lush forests and serene lakes lived a talented young artist named Isabella. At 26, Isabella had graduated from the Art Institute and now taught there, living in a charming apartment inherited from her grandmother. Her life was a harmonious blend of teaching and painting, often finding solace in the tranquil beauty of nature. One crisp autumn day, Isabella decided to take a walk through the forest, seeking inspiration for her next masterpiece. As she walked along a path, the dry leaves under her feet created a soft symphony. Soon, the path led to a broad road that climbed a hill. At the top, Isabella arrived at a triangular-shaped lake, surrounded by slender trees, a stunning sight that filled her with awe. While admiring the view, Isabella spotted a flock of ducks floating gracefully on the water. She had never seen wild birds up close and sat on a small stump near the lake, enjoying the peaceful atmosphere. At that moment, a voice broke the silence. "Hello," said a young man who had just approached her. Isabella turned and greeted him, noting his gentle smile and warm eyes. "I'm Ethan," he introduced himself, extending a piece of bread to the ducks. "Do you come here often?" "Yes," replied Isabella, adjusting her hat. "I live nearby and come here to find inspiration for my art." Ethan smiled, handing her more bread for the ducks. They watched as the ducks eagerly devoured the pieces, sharing a moment of simple joy. Their conversation flowed naturally, and they discovered shared interests and passions. As days and weeks passed, Isabella and Ethan's meetings by the lake became more frequent. Their connection deepened, and soon they couldn't imagine their lives without each other. Ethan, a successful manager at an advertising agency, found solace in Isabella's artistic world, while Isabella admired Ethan's dedication and determination. Their bond grew stronger, and almost a year later, Ethan proposed to Isabella with a small gold ring at the lake where they first met. Overwhelmed with happiness, Isabella said yes, and they began planning their future together. They moved into Isabella's inherited apartment, seamlessly blending their lives. However, their happiness was soon overshadowed by their inability to have children. Despite numerous attempts and lifestyle changes, they remained childless. The strain began to affect their relationship, and Isabella, who once found solace in her art, now felt a growing distance between her and Ethan. Ethan's mother, Mrs. Grayson, often reminded him of the need for grandchildren, adding to the couple's stress. One night, after a particularly painful conversation with Mrs. Grayson, Isabella overheard Ethan's mother advising him to find a new partner. The words deeply hurt her, amplifying her insecurities. Tensions escalated, and one autumn day, Ethan decided to surprise Isabella by picking her up from work. To his disappointment, he saw her with another man, Mr. Harris, who was merely a colleague discussing sculpture techniques. Misunderstanding the situation, Ethan confronted Isabella, leading to a heated argument. The tension reached a breaking point, and feeling overwhelmed, Ethan left Isabella. She was devastated, but amidst the heartbreak, found a new determination. Isabella decided to focus on her art, pouring her emotions into her paintings. Months passed, and Isabella's dedication to her art paid off. She held an exhibition showcasing her paintings, each piece reflecting her journey of healing and self-discovery. The exhibition was a success, attracting art enthusiasts and buyers, including a kind man named Leo, who was captivated by her work. Leo, an understanding and compassionate man, admired Isabella's strength and resilience. He became a regular visitor to her exhibitions, and their friendship blossomed into something more. Isabella found herself smiling again, feeling a renewed sense of hope and belief in love. Ethan, on the other hand, realized the magnitude of his mistake. His relationship with Lauren, a colleague who had shown interest in him, began to crumble. The passion that once existed between them had faded, and Ethan found himself longing for the love and warmth he shared with Isabella. Determined to make amends, Ethan sought out Isabella. He sincerely apologized, acknowledging his faults and expressing his desire to rebuild their relationship. Isabella, who had become stronger and wiser, listened to his words but remained cautious. Leo, witnessing Ethan's genuine remorse, encouraged Isabella to give him a second chance. "Sometimes people need to lose what they have to realize its true value," said Leo. Isabella, torn between her past and present, took time to reflect. She realized that while Leo was kind and supportive, her heart still held a place for Ethan. Deciding to follow her heart, Isabella agreed to meet with Ethan and talk. Their reunion was filled with tears, apologies, and heartfelt conversations. They decided to take it slow, rebuilding their trust and love. Ethan supported Isabella's art career, attending her exhibitions and cheering her on. Over time, they found themselves stronger than before, their love deeper and more resilient. They revisited the lake where they first met, now with a sense of hope and renewed dreams. Ethan and Isabella remarried in an intimate ceremony by the lake, surrounded by friends and family. They continued to support each other's passions, cherishing the second chance they had been given. The following months were a period of adjustment and growth for Ethan and Isabella. They worked together to create a solid foundation for their renewed relationship. Ethan, determined to show his commitment, assisted Isabella in all her exhibitions and art events. He even began to take an interest in art, learning about different styles and techniques to better understand Isabella's passion. Isabella, in turn, found new ways to support Ethan's efforts in his advertising agency. She used her artistic talent to create unique designs for Ethan's advertising campaigns, significantly boosting the visibility and success of the projects. Gradually, they began to discuss the idea of starting a family again. Despite the challenges they faced in the past, both were determined to try again. They consulted doctors and fertility specialists to explore all available options. With the guidance of specialists, Isabella began a new fertility treatment. This time, she felt more prepared and confident, knowing she had Ethan's unwavering support. Each appointment and each step of the treatment were faced with optimism and hope. Finally, after months of treatment and many prayers, Isabella received the news she had been waiting for. She was pregnant. The joy on Ethan's face upon hearing the news was indescribable. Both cried with happiness, knowing they were about to embark on a new journey together. Isabella's pregnancy progressed without complications, and 9 months later, she gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. The birth of their daughter, Sophia, brought immense joy to the couple. Ethan and Isabella committed to providing the best possible life for their daughter, offering love, support, and encouragement. As the years passed, the family grew and thrived. Ethan and Isabella continued to support each other in their careers and passions. Isabella opened her own art studio, where she taught children and adults, inspiring them to find their own creativity. Ethan expanded his advertising agency, making it one of the most respected in the region. Isabella and Ethan never forgot the challenges they faced to get to where they were. They decided to use their experiences to help other couples facing similar difficulties. They founded a support group for couples dealing with infertility, offering guidance, support, and hope. Their love story, filled with trials and triumphs, became an inspiration to many. Through their journey, they showed that love, when nurtured with patience, understanding, and forgiveness, can overcome any obstacle.